Hey, what's up, everyone? Pasay Butter here. This is the third and the last game for today. This is the Western Conference battle between Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. That's number 8 versus number 1. Today is April 19, 2023. Denver Nuggets, they are actually up 1-0, and the game will actually start at around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So that's going to be 10 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. Again, I am just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. By the way, the spread that is given, it's actually minus 8.5, and that's actually given towards the home team, that is the Denver Nuggets. And before we proceed, we all know that we're actually giving free predictions right here in our YouTube channel, Pase Baller. But for those who would want to avail our best picks, you guys can actually reach us through Telegram, IG, Messenger. You guys can actually select from those options that are presented in the description of this video. Right. Moving forward, Denver Nuggets, again, they are still at home, so they are still enjoying the home court advantage. Let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams. Now, for Minnesota Timberwolves, man, this is really gonna hurt because again, Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid, they are out for Minnesota Timberwolves, and we don't know when they will be back. And Jalen Noel is actually listed as questionable, along with Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is actually suffering from his back spasms. Now I'm looking at Denver Nuggets. Gillespie is already out for the rest of the season, so we can't expect him back. While Nikola Jokic is actually listed as questionable because of some wrist sprain. Right, so obviously, Denver Nuggets may have some problems with Nikola Jokic hurting his wrist, but considering considering that Minnesota Timberwolves, they are missing like two players already. Plus, there's there are other two potentially who may be out on this game. Denver Nuggets would still have the slight advantage in terms of health compared to Minnesota. Okay, right. So if you guys actually saw game number one, it was a boring game because that was a domination by Denver Nuggets. The game ended with a 29-point lead and given towards Denver Nuggets. Now again, for this particular game number two, the spread is at 8.5. It's really tough right now, man. I'm looking at Denver Nuggets. Again, they are great. I mean, if you take a look at their numbers of game number one, all of each and every one of the starting five actually scored in double digits. So that's a tremendous number. Now, if you take a look at Minnesota Timberwolves, it was only Anthony Edwards who scored above 15 points, and he actually scored 18 points in that game. Even Karl Anthony Towns, man, he just scored 11 points. And then the rest of the players, and I'm talking about the rest of the team, they were on single digits. Now, how can you actually be at least close to the Western Conference's number one team if your offense is like that? Um, it's tough. I know Denver Nuggets highly likely will win this game, but the question of Denver Nuggets covering the spread is making me uncomfortable. I mean, either way, there could be a reason for it not to happen. If I'm gonna pick Denver Nuggets, I'm looking at Minnesota Timberwolves. Man, law of averages. I don't think Mike Conley will actually remain at single digits, especially with what happened in game number one. The same goes with Alexander Walker and Rudy Gobert, if ever Gobert will be playing, right? Now for Denver Nuggets, they are a very good team, yes, but not all the time or not each and every game. Your all of your starters can actually play that well. So again, I'm thinking about the spread. I'm thinking that Denver will win. I'm just thinking and contemplating if ever they would be able to cover the spread. 8.5 is not it's not a small number. Um, but again, then considering Denver Nuggets, they are very good at home. Their shooting is just tremendously great whenever they are at home. And again, we don't know how bad those spasms are for Rudy Gobert. At one point when I was in high school, I suffered from back spasms, man. Those were crazy. Those were crazy. Um, and for Denver Nuggets as well, we don't know what the status of the wrist of of Nikola Jokic is. So this one's really tough. This one's really tough. If only Minnesota Timberwolves is a bit healthier, it would have made their lives a bit easier. Just imagine if Reed is there. Just imagine if um, McDaniels is there. If Noel is actually healthy, it's just gonna be totally different. Um, it's tough, but I'm gonna side with Denver Nuggets still with the minus 8.5. It's really tough for Minnesota Timberwolves to at least establish a very good offensive game. If they have this kind of lineup, they are pretty much banged up now. Gobert is having back spasms. Denver Nuggets is just very good at home. It's tough, but I'm gonna side with Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna pick minus 8.5 for Denver. Again, that's Nuggets minus 8.5. Peace out, as I love, and God bless.